guys, once again welcome back to my channel. I am Abhishek Patange and today I am here to review this. This is the all new 2021 facelifted Fortuner and Fortuner is available in 8 colors. One is the super white, sparkling black, phantom brown, white pearl, bronze, grey metallic, attitude black, and last one is the dual tone pearl white legendary variant. And the petrol base variant starts from 36 lakhs 95,000 and it goes all the way up to 39 lakh 468 rupees, and the diesel base variant costs 39 lakhs 95,210 rupees, and the top end variant, which is the legendary one, costs 45 lakhs 96,614 rupees. These are the on-road Hyderabad price, and the petrol Fortuner comes with a 2.7 liter petrol engine with a 4-cylinder which produces 163.05 bhp of max power at 5,200 rpm, 245 Newton meters of max torque at the rate 4,000 rpm, and diesel Fortuner comes with a 2.8 liter 4-cylinder diesel engine which produces 201.15 bhp of max power at the rate 3000 to 3400 rpm, and 420 Newton meters of torque at the rate 14,000 to 3400 rpm, and the legendary produces 201 bhp and 500 Newton meters of torque. We will talk about the legendary in detail in a separate dedicated video. Make sure you subscribe for that video. And now let's start with walk around. These are the keys of the car. It gets with this Fortuner logo on it, and this is to lock, unlock, and this is to open the boot, and it gets with a Toyota logo, and it has this chrome surroundings around it, and this is how it looks from front. It gets a revised piano black grille with a huge Toyota logo in the middle, and it gets with these are the revised headlights. It gets with a projector setup, and below the headlight we have a DRL, and this is the fog lamp housing. It gets with sonar sensors. These are the sonar sensors. What it does is it senses the obstacles and it shows in the MID, and the front skid plate design is also changed. The fog lamp housing is also changed. In the earlier Fortuner, the fog lamp housing used to get with chrome surroundings, but in the new one it's not there, and fog lamps get LED fog lamps. The indicator used to get in the headlights itself, but now it's revised and given below the fog lamps. In the older Fortuner there used to be very much chrome, but in the newer one the chrome is not there. And these are the tires. The alloy design is revised, and now it gets with metallic finish, and the tire section is 265 65 R17s. It gets with tubeless radial tires with ventilated discs on it, and the design of the alloys are very much matured, and these are the ORVMs. It gets with dual tone to decrease the visual bulk, and these are the turn signals on the ORVMs, and it gets with this footrest to hop in, and the ground clearance is 221 mm, and overall length of the car is 4,795 mm, and overall width of the car is 1,855 mm, and on the door handles we get a request sensor on the both side, and door handle is finished in chrome, and it gets with this chrome surroundings all around. The only change in the new Fortuner from the side look are alloys. The rest of the car from the side is similar, and these are the revised tail lights. It gets with all LED tail lights. These are looking very sharp and sporty as well. Here is the badging. This is the 4x4 variant, and in the middle we get this boldly written Fortuner which is finished in chrome, and it gets with rear washer, defogger, and this is the tail lamp, and it gets with a shark fin antenna. overall height of the car is 1835 mm, and wheelbase of the car is 2745 mm, and it gets with 80 liters fuel tank capacity. For the petrol variant, as per ARAI, it claims the mileage of around 10.26 kilometers per liter, and for the diesel variant, it claims the mileage of 15.04 kilometers per liter. And this is the co-passenger side door. It gets with request sensor on the both sides, and it looks more or less similar as the older Fortuner from the side. It gets with electric tailgate opener, and this is the boot with last row down, and if you can see, there is no loading lip. It will be easy to get the luggage in, and these are the rear two seats. This is how we have to tie. It goes right in there, but it's so difficult to do it with one hand. In other hand, I am holding camera, and these are the seats. The boot space is 296 liters, and here we have one hook. These are the rear two seats. By folding them up, the boot space will increase further. Let's close the boot. This is the button to close the boot. Compared to the older Fortuner, from the rear look, it looks more or less the similar, other than the revised tail lamps. And now let's get inside the driver's side door. It gets request sensors, and door felt heavy, which is a good thing. And these are the controls. On the top we have controls for adjusting the rear viewing mirrors, and these are the lock unlock buttons. It gets with power windows. These are the buttons, and the door opener is finished in chrome, and this is the JBL speaker. And on the door we have this soft touch material, and this is also finished in metallic finish. And for the driver side and for the co-driver side, it gets with electric seat adjusts. If you can see, this is moving forward and backward. These are the pedals. It won't get with any dead pedal. And this is the tweeter. It gets with JBL sound system. I will test the audio quality in some time. And now let's hop in the car. It's not like getting in the car. We have to really climb the car. And this is the MID, and this is the steering wheel, and this is the subwoofer, which is again from JBL. And this is the handle to get in the car, and this is the steering wheel. On the left we have controls for music system, and this is to lift the call and cut the call. This is the huge Toyota logo, and on the right we have controls for the MID. By this we can control the MID, and it doesn't get with flat bottom steering. And on the left we have controls for the wipers, and on the right we have controls for the headlights. These are the controls for the headlights, and this is to set the cruise control, which is very different. And this is the engine start stop button, and beside that we have this cup holder, which can hold easily one cup. And below down here we have some buttons. This is the button to traction.
Recognition is not available. You have not saved any voice tags. Register a voice tag before using this feature.
Okay, and these are the buttons for next and previous track. Let's decrease the volume first, and this is the button to call. These are the call, and these are the apps we have to connect in order to get the apps. And this is the home button. On the left it's showing recent driven kilometers, and below that we have settings, and on the right we have audio controls. And this is the audio control. On the left we have Bluetooth, USB and all those. And this is average speed, estimated range, and this is how it performed, and average fuel economy. All those things are showing in graph over here. And this is this is the infotainment system. This is the button to hazard light, and here we have time. And this is not finished in soft touch material. And this is the 8 inches touch screen which supports Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. In the older one it won't used to get. And these are the AC controls. It gets with automatic climate control. And below down here we have controls for ventilated seats. And below down there is a mobile holder. And this is the gear knob which has this metallic finish. And here are the buttons. It gets with Eco, Normal and Sport. In the older ones, since it used to only get with Eco and Sport mode. And these are the buttons for manual, 4-wheel drive and traction control. And it gets with this metallic finish. And this is the armrest. Let's open the armrest. It gets with this nice lock which is very satisfying. And the armrest is very deep. If you can see, it has very much space. And this is the handbrake. It gets with this stitching on it. And let's open the glove box. Here is the Fortuner badging, and this is finished in soft touch material. This Fortuner badge looks very good. And this is lockable glove box. You can lock. The glove box space is very much good. And this is the another glove box. This is also having a good space. Let's close. And let's see the IRVM. This is the IRVM. It gets with auto dimming IRVM function which is automatic. And these are the controls. Disappointingly, it still doesn't get with any sunroof in 2021. And these are the buttons for light. It gets with LED lights. And this is the button for the single side. And this is the sunglass holder. Let's close the sunglass holder. And these are some more buttons. On the driver side we get mirror and a light which is not LED. And let's close. On the co-driver side also we get a light and a mirror. On the co-driver side there is a handle to hold. There is no hook. And on the driver side also same. There is a handle to hold, no hook. And let's get in the rear seats. And this is the rear seat door. Same. Power window, chrome door handles. And this is the soft touch material and metallic finish around it. And here we have a Fortuner batching. And the door pockets can hold a 1 liter bottle. And let's hop in. It's very helpful. The footrest is very helpful. Let's see the rear seats first. This is how we have to open. Let's open the rear seats. These are the rear seats. It's recommendable for the children's only. I'll get inside and I'll show you how much is the leg room available in the third row. And it's very difficult to get here. This is the third row. And you can see it's very congested, and here is some space to keep stuff, and beside that we have a 1 liter bottle holder, and we get with adjustable headrests on the third row also, and this is the seat belt, and I don't know why these seat belts are over here, and it gets with AC vents in the rear also, and we even get hook, and there is even light for the boot, and my knees are touching my chest. It's very uncomfortable in the third row. It's only recommended for children's. And now let me get outside, and let's fold back the seat. We just have to press it hard, and let's get inside in the middle row. If you can see, the driver side seat is all the way back. It's not adjusted according to my driving position. It's all the way back, and you can see here we have one hook, and the seat is scooped out, and this is the magazine holder. The legroom is very much impressive, and this is the AC vents. It has this hook and a handle to hold. In the middle we have this LED light, and this is the AC control. It gets with AC controls in the rear also, and handle and a hook on the other side, and in the middle we get a 12 volt charging socket. USB charging socket would be very good, and in the middle we have slight hump. If you can see, there is a slight hump in the middle. The legroom is very impressive. This is the armrest. It gets with twin cup holders in the middle. These are the twin cup holders, and the headroom is also very impressive, and these are the 3 headrests which are adjustable, and the seats are also very comfortable. The recline angle is also very good, and now I am on the co-driver side door. It gets with electric adjust for the co-driver side door also. Let's get inside and close the door, and this is the cup holder, and above that we have tweeter again from JBL, and this is the handle to hold. It's very useful in this car, and Fortuner badging, and these are the ventilated seats, and it gets good support, and this is the MID, and this is making me remind of electric cars. I don't know why. It's maybe because of that color, but this is definitely not a electric car, and it gets with this leather upholstery on the steering wheel, and these are the buttons for ventilated seats, and this is the aux button. Oh no. And this is the USB charger. Sorry, not USB charger, regular 12 volt charger, and these are the buttons for ventilated seats, and it only gets with front 2 seats ventilated, and this is the AC controls, which gets automatic AC climate control, and the screen is bright enough to read in harsh daylight, and this is finished in soft touch material, and this is the amount of legroom it offers. Let me do the seat all the way back, and the seat is going all the way back. You can see now this is how much the legroom it gets when the seat is all the way back. It's very impressive, and if you have watched the video till now, I definitely deserve a sub and like for this video, and make that subscribe count to 4-digit number. There are more exciting videos to come in future. Definitely don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and that's it for now.